So, also, I wanted to talk about what you wrote. You said history is not just about the past. History is about right here, right now. Please explain what you mean by that. Because to some who don't do their knowledge in Google's, history is about things that already has happened. And history could be something, quote unquote, like I'm about to make something happen that's going to be history.
Right. So what I mean by that is taking John Yeldale, for example. His his particular story is parallel to things like the Dred Scott case, and it, I believe, happened before it. I don't want to be wrong.
Okay.
But I think it happened before the Dred Scott case. But yet it happened. It happened before OJ for certain, for sure. But yet it happened. So these are the repetitiveness of the whole thing. We're constantly looking at things that go on. Let's take the Trayvon Martin case. There were things that I found in history that were parallel to the Trayvon Martin case. And it's all about what, as far as the justice of things are concerned. You have police brutality going on now. Well, it was police brutality back then. I mean, John was found on the pulpit. When they found John, he was on the pulpit. He was now Reverend Elijah Fleming, and he was on the pulpit, and they arrested him from the pulpit. And when they arrested John, they arrested him because his brother-in-law, somehow in South Carolina, they had gotten where he was located. So this was why he was arrested. And then when the marshals had to come and identify him, they did it without any issue or any problem. At that point, John said, I'm not getting on no train with them, because if I get on a train with them, I won't make it to the next stop. I'm going to die. So this caused a huge, this big battle where it involved the senators in the Pennsylvania area, the governor in the Pennsylvania area, the governor in South Carolina, so many different activists and so many different people. It caused this big hullabaloo to the point where John was as famous as Frederick Douglass during that time.
Mm-hmm.
But these are the kind of things that are going on right now. You got Trayvon Martin's case. It made him famous because of what happened. It made George Zimmerman just this most famous person ever that everybody knows that got off on something that he did do.
Right.
Now, what if let's say John did do this? Well, George did this, but both of them got off. Both of them ended up being acquitted. This is what I mean by history repeating itself. Now, another thing, there was a little girl I can't think of her name, but did you know that in 1955, a little girl did the exact same thing that Rosa Parks did?
No, say that again. Say that one more time. A little girl when?
A little girl back in 1955, and I am so sorry that I do not have her name in front of me, but I'm going to try to find it while I'm talking to you. She did the exact same thing that Rosa Parks did. The exact same thing. And let me take it back even further, because in 1885 in New York, there was a woman that did the exact same thing that the little girl did on the, what do you call them? The streetcars.
Okay.
She did the exact same thing. So this is what I mean by history repeating itself. If we don't know what's going on, what happened in the past, then we're destined to do the exact same thing in the future.
Wow. There's nothing new under the sun.
There's absolutely nothing new under the sun. Absolutely.
I've always had this theory that there's a lot of things that get done. And like I said, I don't want to ruffle no feathers or, for nobody to be too sensitive on this topic. Like, there might have been 5 Martin Luther Kings. It might have been 5 Malcolm X's. But for some reason, we always just pick that one to be the face of something. Was Martin Luther King the first to do what he did? Or was he just the first to be recognized for it and celebrated for it? Malcolm X.
He was the first to be recognized for it and celebrated for it. The thing that bothers me the most is that in doing my research, now I have an uncle uncle named John Yeldale.
Right.
And my uncle there was a thing called the National Black Congress or the National Colored Congress. It started out of Howard University. My uncle was a part of that. My uncle was literally a part of the precursor to what we know as the civil rights today. He was a part of that. So was the little girl that did the bus situation, and so on and so forth. Wow. But you don't hear about them.
Right.
It's one particular person, and they carry. Right. And that's what it is. But these are people that should have been in history books. When it was amazing to me to learn what I learned about my uncle. It really, really was amazing to me to find out that he basically was the precursor to the civil rights movement.
Yeah, a lot of gems. And that was just something that I've always, I've come across, and you just, reminded me of it, like with the Trayvon Martin situation. Every situation that we are witnessing has all happened before. There are other Trayvon Martins that is happening now that's just not getting reported.
That's right.
In a few years. So basically what we can say now today in 2017 and 2030, let's say, it's going to be another high profile case like this. But we have to understand that this is happening every day. It's just we're going to use certain individuals as the poster, and we're going to make this into an event as if things like this don't happen every day.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I definitely get that. We on fire right now. I'm definitely digging this episode, and I know the listeners are going to dig it too. What I want to do is I want you to tell the people where they can find you, how they can find you, the book that you have. You have another one coming out, or this is the one? It's out. So
no, I don't have coming out. Not anytime soon. I don't have another book coming out anytime soon. This is my first book. This actually just came out September 21st.
Okay.
It can be found on Amazon.com and on BarnesandNoble.com.
Okay, and I'll definitely have those links in the description. You can be found. Do you want to be found? Do you want to be contacted?
Oh, they can all. I'm open for contact. I have several Facebook pages that I devote to. I have one particular Facebook page that I devote to educating people. I don't care who they are. It's called Today's New Find in Black History. And that particular one gives you some of that information about Mr. Abbott, about the little girl that I was telling you about the lady. It just gives you stuff about different people as far as, what's going on in African-American history to try to uplift our people to understand that they are so much better than they're putting themselves out here to be at this time. Fair. It's not their fault. They're not getting this information. They don't know. I do this because I feel like this. If you are not told that you're beautiful, then you don't know that you're beautiful. Even though you can look at yourself all the time, but you have those that'll tell you, oh, you're so pretty, you so this, you so that. It makes you feel better. But if somebody is constantly telling you that you're ugly, that you amount to nothing, that you're not going to be nothing, then guess what? You're not, because it's beating you down constantly. Today's New Find lifts you. It lets people know that we can do whatever we want to do. And that this world didn't just get here. We built it.
Facts.
It's how we built it.
And I want you to text me the link to that Facebook page. I'm going to have all your links. I'm going to have the link to the Amazon link for the book, the Barnes & Noble's link, the Facebook link. I just want the listeners to be able to just click it, and it'll take them right to it.
Sure. And I also have a Facebook page for the book, Comes to the Light, and I have a Twitter for the book, Comes to the Light.
Right. Okay. I need all of that. I want all of that. Send it to me. I'm going to put it in the description. That's about all I have. I mean, I don't want to give them too much. I want them to crave for more. I want them to hit you up. I want them to purchase the book, get the book. interact with you. You have so many more gems that we could drop on this episode, but I don't want to give them too much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I thank you for reaching out to me. You're helping me make my dreams come true by being on my show, whether you believe it or not. I'm appreciative every week I'm able to do this show that people want to come through and talk that talk. And this is the talk that I love. There's so many gems on this episode that I learned, and I know that my listeners learned from, and you'll see some traction. You'll see people, hitting you up. I don't know how many, maybe 1 or 2, but it's better than nothing. But,
exactly.
Yeah, 1 fan a day.
Yeah, 1 fan a day. That's exactly what I'm doing. And my goal really is to get out to a lot of the African American radio stations and things like that, because I appreciate you, because that's where most of my issue is coming in. Like, I can't get into, it's almost as if I'm not famous, then they're not going to contact me. But if I am famous, everybody and their mama want to know my business or want to know what I'm doing.
Right.
And we got to stop doing that. Don't keep preaching that, I support black this, I support black that. And then when one comes at you with something literal that is legit, that they're willing to send you stuff for free and giving you, because I'm sending you my book. I'm going to send you my book.
And I appreciate it.
Yeah, I have new orders coming in next week. So as soon as that order comes in, you will be receiving a book. And I mean, it's these types of things. I know you got to weed out who's just trying to use you and who's not. But I just feel like it's not being done that often in the African American community. We don't really support each other the way we say we do. And I just appreciate you for having me on your show.
Thank you. So we did each other a favor. I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of black podcasts and a lot of women that do podcasts. Reach out to other podcasters, man. It's not necessarily the radio, but podcasting is where it's at. And I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people who would love to have you on their show. I'm going to I'm going to reach out to some myself. And I'm going to try to get you on more shows because I know a lot of podcasters. Hey, man, we going to do this. Listen, it's about us. It's about us building. I don't care about who's made it already. You, me, and there's a whole bunch of us. We got to stick together, and we are going to build from the ground up, and we are all going to come up together. This is why I'm doing this.
Yeah. Yes. That sounds awesome.
Yep. So once again, I appreciate you coming through. This episode, I might put it up Monday or Thursday. I have no idea yet. And I'll let you know I seen the link. And once again, thanks for coming. But that's all, folks.
Thank you so much.